Now? Okay. Hey, let's see. Let's get rid of this dumb thing. We did a video on a 335 that we gotten in, and we are doing a video now on this guitar that came in about the same time. Both of those guitars came from the family of the original owner. It's getting more and more rare to see guitars that come from an original owner through us to you. And that era is closing up fast. I think we got another decade of that before, you know, you're getting it second, third, fourth hand. Not that that's bad, it's just interesting. History was made. You got to remember that the guitar boom really didn't happen till after '65. The Beatles hit and just exploded, and the Stones came in and just everything changed. The world changed at that point. In the late '60s, the Vietnam War and protest music, and rock and roll changed the world. These instruments are part of that international attitude where young people got a voice. And now those young people, all the hippies, are old. Older than me even, and that's old. So I always find these things really fascinating through that lens. You know, the nickel hardware you see in these things, the age, Brazilian rosewood boards, finishes without any plasticizers. That means a plastic inside the finish, which regular nitrocellular finishes allow the wood to breathe. Adding plasticizers kind of stops that. So that's why you buy an older guitar. And these days people say they're using nitrocellular finishes, but many times what they do is actually spray on, or I would say dip them in a plastic finish just to seal up the wood grain. In the old days, to seal up the wood grain, you do this hand rubbing and you do it the old-fashioned way, which took a long time. And the more and more popular the guitar became, the more and more little increments of things they did to cut back and make it easier to make, quicker to make, so they could make more money and make them faster. Only companies like Collings now really built it to a degree where they're like, we're no cutbacks, no shortcuts. Same here. These were instrument makers. This is a 1965 ES-330. 330s, like their cousins, the 335s, are the same size, except they're hollow. And as you can see, they're like a 12-fret guitar. The neck comes into the body more. And then they did that on purpose. And then the bridge is down here. We're on a 335, the bridge is about here. So they brought the whole thing in, bringing the bridge down like this. It's the same body, but why you do that is so that you get more of an acoustical guitar sound. There's more string vibrating over the body, less of the string vibrating over the neck, which is not generating much of anything. So you get more acoustical properties out of a 330. Also, the 335 had a center block. These do not. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know most of you already know that, but you'd be surprised at how many people come in looking at vintage guitars that don't know that. What's a 330? Well, it's hollow. What do you mean? And then all this hardware too is just this gorgeous nickel. And nickel has this yellowish type finish where chrome has more of a blue finish. Chrome really came about in 1965. All the manufacturers started adding chrome. They all looked around at each other and each other's factories. They went to the NAMM show and the trade shows together, and they started doing chrome finishes. And they look bright and shiny. It'll stay shiny forever, but there's something about the aging of this nickel that's really an appeal for the eye. And the eye is what hears first. You look at a guitar and you just know it sounds good. The eye is your first lead into how it sounds. Strange, but you know it's true. So this guitar is in a completely original, one owner. It's really a nice wood grain. It's a cool color because it's walnut on the back. There's no finish checking. There's very little dings, no capo marks, very little fret wear. Really nice flame here too. You kind of have to see this in person to catch the flame. There's just hints of flame. And yes, the camera's coming forward in hopes of catching that, but you'll see little stripes going this way in the maple. And Gibson made their own maple, and this color is just gorgeous color. It's a beautiful guitar. In 1965, two things happened. One is that the headstock pitch came forward a little bit to prevent headstocks from breaking. The other is they put on a slimmer neck. They started to feel that people in this era, in 1965, wanted a slightly slimmer neck. Some of that was born because the L5, the ES-355, the gold hardware guitars were slimmed down. They spent more time and more care on the neck, and they decided to extend that. There is also a good story of a salesman that came back from a conference and said, look, hey everybody, we need to make these necks smaller, and they just ran with him. So this is a 1965. It is 1 9/16, where most guitars are 1 11/16. That's about an eighth of an inch. It's, you know, teeny, like toothpick size. I'm also playing through this new amplifier. We're kind of fond of this. We have a few of these because people come in, and here for $10.50 you get a Fender amp with reverb and tremolo. It's an all-tube amplifier. We have a couple of these things, and we keep selling them to people that call us back and go, those things are the bomb. And they're doing gigs with this. This is a larger 10-inch speaker, where champs are an 8-inch speaker, so you get a little more thump. Fun, huh? Yeah. So, and yes, these feed back a bit. They're not terrible. And you can cure it by turning away from the amplifier. But you wouldn't want to play heavy metal through an ES-330. Blues, jazz, country, these things are magic. They're just great guitars. And this guitar, being this older, almost pre-65, it is dated 65, is just a gorgeous guitar. We're proud to present it. Yeah, I know, I hear you, I hear you. This is about $7,500. And original Bigsby tailpiece, original tone. So, there you go. That's about all I got for you now. I wanted to introduce you to this. It's a beautiful treasure, and at $7,500, we really think all of these guitars have so much farther to go. This is about what it would cost to make one like this. Oh, without the Brazilian board, and without the plasticizers in it. This is not crazy money in new Gibson territory. These are still about what the intrinsic value would cost to make it. And most collectibles are way above what the cost would be to make it. So we really think this is the kind of thing that is investment worthy, both in tone, both for your eye and for your pocketbook. How's that? All right. Thanks, you guys. Call us, make an appointment, come see this.